Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming to this event. I know a lot of you were interested in creating YouTube videos and how to upload YouTube videos, and I'm happy to oblige. First, though, before we get into the nitty-gritty of uploading YouTube videos, we need to know what looks best for our our ultimately we want to get subscribers, right? Our subs. We need to know, in other words, what looks best for our sighted individuals who will be viewing the video. And what I mean by that is you don't want to just go into the camera app, press record, and hope you're just aiming at the right thing with your back camera. And you don't want shakiness at all. And to start this off, let me give you a little bit of history of myself as far as myself recording videos, what I've learned, some feedback that I've learned through individuals commenting on my videos. So when I started, I would record with photo booth on my Mac, and that was okay. Oops, sorry, but it was more. I actually had someone cited back when I was recording with Photo Booth, when I first started recording on a YouTube channel, my own personal YouTube channel, and I would have that individual look at the video that I had created, whatever it was about, and they would give me suggestions like, "Oh no, your screen, you need to tilt your camera back a little bit," or I can't see you fully in the frame." And they would also, if I were using my phone, they would say, well, I can kind of see part of the picture. You need to kind of pull the camera back a little bit. And so through that, I learned, to make sure that that the object that I was pointing at with the camera was about maybe 6, 7, 8 inches away from the camera, so that way I could hopefully get it in the center of the frame. Well, I deleted those old videos because really they weren't relevant. They were kind of cheesy. They weren't really anything worth watching, really. So I started a new YouTube channel, or I'm sorry, I started the channel basically over. And so one thing that a lot of sighted individuals like to see is the camera not moving. And so what I would do in the early realms of my YouTube channel creating or video creating is I would set my phone down, back camera up, but in landscape, and kind of show the object that way. That way, I was trying to prevent as little of the shakiness that apparently can make people sometimes dizzy as possible. It was a little hard to do, and so eventually I got a tripod because I was communicating with this channel, really good channel, food review channel called Zach and Dad, and it's a father and son channel. But they were the dad's name was Craig, and Craig was giving me some feedback. Like, if you had it on a tripod, it would look better. And I said, all right, well, let me go and get a tripod. So the big question is, what tripod did I get, and how much did that cost? The tripod that I got is called rather the HandyPod Mobile, and that costs about $40. You can get that at Best Buy. And what's so nice about this tripod is that it comes with a phone holder, a phone mount rather, and you can unscrew the phone mount should you wish, but you can attach, or you can screw. There are two holes in this phone mount. If I could talk today, that would be nice. Ugh, sorry. um, and so you can either position the phone in landscape or portrait. I would advise putting it in landscape because if you people looking at the computer screen are going to see things in landscape, and you get a wider viewing angle when you view things that are recorded, or videos that are recorded in landscape. Anyway, to put the phone on the tripod is very simple. What you do is there's a little lever that you pull out, and you can raise or lower the phone mount depending on how big your phone is. So it's spring loaded, and then there's that lever to kind of keep the spring from, to kind of keep the phone mount in place. So once I bring up the tripod and how it works and stuff like that, because once I got that tripod, the video started looking a lot better. Craig was saying, for example, that they were looking way more professional. And so with that tripod, that definitely helped. But one thing that also helped was iOS has always had a feature where it would say one face, large face, face centered, face near bottom edge, what have you. But in iOS 12, yeah, no, iOS 13, yes, iOS 13, they really improved on the camera a lot, in my view, because now I'm able to tell if the camera's level, because one thing you don't want is the camera to be tilted. So I have the iPhone hooked up to the interface so you guys can hear what I'm going to be doing. Let me switch over. I'm also using a braille display as well, which is very helpful when creating videos. But I'm going to switch over to my iPhone, power 123. All right. And I just now unlock this phone. All right, here we go. Oh. Okay. So I'm just trying to see where I am. Okay. Okay, here it is. Now I'm just going to unlock the phone. Okay.
Right. Lynette is here.
Hi, Lynette. Hello there. All
Hey.
right. I've unlocked the phone. So now we're going to go and, oops, I'm going to turn voiceover on so you guys can hear what I'm saying or
Speech on.
what's happening. So now I'm going to go into the photo and video folder where I keep my camera app. So I'm going to
Enter
go
visual
down,
photo and video folder.
click on
21
that.
apps for new opening photo and video camera.
I'm going to click on camera. There we go.
Camera. Take one face centered.
Okay, so
Near left edge.
right now my face is center and you're centered, and you'll hear
Centered.
that it's near the left edge. Now I want to know, is this level? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to press a button on the side of the tripod. That this tripod does not rise and lower, but it does tilt. So you'll hear voiceover telling you, or telling me to tilt left, tilt right. Well, I have
One face centered.
the camera and landscape right now, and I think it's level, but let me just tilt it just to be sure.
Near top edge.
All right, well,
Tilt right.
okay, yes, so it wants me to tilt right. I'm actually going to tilt left because it's thinking I'm in portrait mode. Tilt left. It should tell me if it's
Tilt
level.
right.
Oops.
One face centered.
Sorry, actually
Tilt right.
It's gonna be tilt
Level.
Oops, there we go. It's level.
Tilt right.
Now, oops, I thought it was level. Let's see.
Level.
There we go. Now I'm going to uh, tilt my head to the left or the right to see if I'm in the center of the frame.
One face near right edge.
Okay.
Centered.
Centered.
Near left edge.
Okay.
Centered.
I am centered, but I'm going to move the tripod a little bit to the right, just because I had to tilt my head a lot to the right in order for the camera to say one face at right edge. So now I'm going to do the same head tilt again, and then try to see if I kind of feel
centered.
if both. What I'm trying to do is trying to see if I'm dead center. Tilting
near
left.
right edge.
Okay, or actually, sorry, tilting.
Centered.
Okay.
Near left edge.
Okay.
Centered.
Okay, I need to actually move it to the left a little bit. Now let's see.
Near right edge.
Okay.
Centered. Near left edge.
Okay.
Centered.
Good. Now I am centered. It's just about,
One face
it's
centered.
just knowing that I actually made a mistake. I moved it left, the tripod left when I should have been moving it right. But now I am dead center, and you'll need to be in photo mode in order for this to happen for you, for all of the instruction that just happened to happen. If you're in video, it does some of the tilt left, tilt right level things, but it's just best to be in photo.
One face centered.
And it's going to tell me that one face is centered. This is why I love this command.
Speech off.
Speech off. And what I usually do is I will record using my braille display. And I realize not everyone has a braille display, and I understand that. So there is an option for you. You can do you can go to video. I'm just going to do it quickly. So you want to look for camera. You want to look for camera mode. Let's see here. Camera control flash off. Aha. Camera mode. It's photo. I'm going to go to video. I can't see what I'm doing.
Speech on. 1.1 times.
Oops.
1.0 times.
And you
A
don't,
photo containing a keypad.
and
Tilt
you,
left.
and you don't need to worry about the zoom.
0 seconds.
I'm just
Zoom.
going to
Camera mode. Video.
Okay.
Adjustable.
I'm on video right now.
Swipe tilt left.
So apparently I'm not level like I thought I was. Hang on a second. Let's see here. Let's go to photo.
Slow-mo. 1.2 times. A screenshot of a video. 1.1. 1.0 times. A
Seems-
screenshot of a tilt. 1.0.
Seems
Camera
a little
mode.
finicky.
Slow-mo. Adjustable. Video. Zoom. Zoom. Camera mode. Video. Photo. 0 zoom. 1.0 tilt left.
All right.
One
So,
face centered.
for some reason it's not saying that I'm level.
Level.
There we go.
One face near right edge. Centered.
Okay, so I'm basically centered for the sake of argument. So if we go to so what you can do if you don't have a braille display, of course, you can swipe to camera mode. You can swipe to video. A little bit hard to do on the tripod, but it can be done. And then once you're centered, again, the tripod's called the HandyPod Mobile. You can
One face centered.
tap record video. And I would recommend turning speech off just because voiceover can get in the way of what you're trying to do. Another thing you can do, of course, is the 2-finger double tap to stop and start recording. That's what I did for the longest time. And before I move on, there is an app called Dolby.
One face centered.
Oops, I'm gonna turn speech off because
Speech
it's
off.
bugging me right now. There is an app called Dolby On. If you want to make your voice sound better, if you don't like the native camera app, but that is a free app that you can download. And if you have any questions about that afterwards, I can certainly answer that. So let's say you make your video and you want to pause the camera at any time because, again, we're not ready to upload yet. We're still creating a video. Well, you can. And the cool thing is that what I mean by pause is you can stop the video and then just, let's say you need to think about what you need to say. For example, in my case, I know that's something I need to do sometimes to avoid stammering. So I'll stop the video and then I'll gather my thoughts, and then I'll start the video again. And the question then pops up, well, okay, well, Sean, you have 2 videos. How are you going to stitch them together? Well, there's a cool app that Apple has created called iMovie, and it's actually, I'm not going to say it's 100% accessible, but it is accessible to stitch videos together. And I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to purposely go to record video. Let's see here. Going to camera mode. There we go. Camera mode video. Good. All right. So now I'm going to just record a test video. All right. So now the test video is being recorded. And stop recording videos on my braille display. Now I'm going to pretend like I'm going to gather my thoughts. I'm going to hit stop recording video. And we have one video there. And let's say we want to record another video. Okay, this is the second video. I don't know why I would ever say this in a YouTube video, but I need to go buy cat food. Primarily Meow Mix. I'll stop recording the video. So now we can exit the camera app with those two videos in mind. And now I'm going to go to iMovie, but before, and then, so if you guys have any questions, please write them down, because I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible. And then feel free to ask when I open it up for questions. But I'm going to go to iMovie, so I'm going to actually turn voiceover speech on again.
Tapped. Page 1 of 3. Page 2 of 3.
I'm trying to remember. It's
Clips.
iMovie.
I know. Money cash. Digit. Blind. Crowd. What? You. Photo and video.
All right.
Heading.
Let's go.
Page 2 of 3. Adjust. Page 3. Voice. K. And vision. Apple. Sing. Photo. Heading.
Okay, what I do?
Adjust. Adjustable. Page 1 of page. Tap. The. Be my. Ira. iMovie.
Here it is. On the first
Double
page,
tap
you
to
can
open.
see it. Okay.
Use 3D touch to show home screen actions.
Okay. Now that voiceover has stopped with the hints. Okay, I'm going to tap iMovie, or click it in this case to open it up. So
Selected.
Okay.
iMovie. Toolbar. Projects. Button. Speech off.
Okay. Projects is selected, and that's what we want. We have projects and add project or trailer. So we do want to add a project in this case. We want to stitch those two videos together. So I'm going to tap add project or trailer. All right. Now let's see what voiceover says here.
Speech on.
We're on cancel.
Project. Movie. Trailer. Trailer. New project.
All right. So we want to tap on movie.
Movie. Button.
Because that's what we want to create.
Combine videos, photos, and music to make your own movie.
That's what we want. We'll click that.
Move. Media. Back button.
Okay, so what does this mean? So now we're being placed in videos or photos that are on our device. And so what I like to do is I like to go to, I like to hit space B or go back to
Media. Heading.
media heading. And I'm looking for albums, because what you might want to do is you might want to look for recently added, because that would make the most sense. So we'll do that.
Cancel. Button.
Just I'm doing the equivalent of flicking right.
Moments. Button.
Moments, we don't need to worry about that.
Video. Photos. Button.
You might be saying, well, why didn't you click on videos? Because I'm looking for an album as stated before, recently added.
Album. Toolbar.
Oops.
Albums. Button. Album.
Click on
Recents.
that.
Selfie. Recently added. 12.
There we go.
Button.
Recently added 12. So we'll click on that.
Created September 27th, 2020. Duration 11.0 seconds. A person standing in front of a wall with a clock on it.
That is a very good description. Now, the image description, let's talk about, well, let's just say that's gotten really, really good. I've turned that on, and that is a clock. Lynette, I have a lot of cat clocks in my room. In fact, in one of the YouTube videos, a person commented that the clock was always stopped on the same time. Anyway, more on that later. So,
Cancel. Created September 27th, 2020. Duration 11.0 seconds. A person standing in front of a white wall with a clock on it.
okay, so what is this? So what does this mean to us? This is recently added photos or videos, and you need to pay attention to the time duration. So if we go down,
Created September 27th, 2020. Duration 10.2 seconds. A person wearing headphones and standing in a room.
okay, well, before the wonderful image descriptions were added, you do need to click on this first one because, so it basically goes from most recent to least recent. So you need to click on the first video.
Created September 27th, 2020. Duration 10.2 seconds. A person wearing headphones and standing.
And we'll
Created
go up,
September 27th, 2000.
click on
Created
the second
September
video,
27th, 2020. Duration 11.0 seconds.
go to
A
the
person
bottom.
standing in front of a white wall with a toolbar. Less than one bullet.
Okay, so we need to go to the end. So you do a four-finger tap, flick left,
2 items.
2 items. That's flicking left again.
Create movie.
And we want to hit create movie.
Create movie. Return to project list. Button.
So we just have the movie that we just created.
Help. My movie.
So it's gonna be called My Movie, but that's fine. You don't really need to change it.
Help. Created September 27th, 2020. Duration 9.2 seconds. Transition 1. Created Sept 20.2s. Insert media.
So
Button.
there we go. Transition.
20. Previous clip. Button.
Sorry. Transition 1, transition 2, and anyway, there's the whole movie right there. We could
Insert media.
okay, we can
Button.
we can insert another video clip if you want to, which we don't. So hold on just a second. Excuse me. We want to go to.
Preview. Play. Button.
We can play the video should we
Double
wish
tap to
to,
play. Double tap again to pause.
and I guess we will for
Pause.
primarily Meow Mix. Oops. Okay. So let me explain what happened there. So that just played the full clip. I apologize. That just played the
Play.
end of the
Button.
clip that we just recorded. But if we press play again.
Play.
All right. So now the test video is being recorded. And stop recording videos on my braille
Pause.
display. Now
Button.
I'm going to pretend like I'm going to gather my thoughts. I'm going to hit stop recording video. Okay, this is the second video. I don't know why I would ever say this in a YouTube video, but I need to go buy cat food. Primarily Meow Mix. Okay, cool. Sounds good. So let's go to.
Undo.
We don't want to undo it.
Settings.
Settings. Let's see here.
Button.
We actually need to back out of here. So we'll hit space B or just back out. Actually,
Return to project list. Button.
okay, we do need to hit return to project list, which is on the very top. Do a four-finger tap on toward the top of the screen.
Return to back.
All right, so we have a project,
Video. Play. Button.
so we can play the video.
My movie. 21 seconds. Bullet. September 27th, 2020.
Okay, so again, that's the name. They called it My Movie.
Edit. Button.
Edit,
Play.
play.
Share. Button.
Share is what we want. So if we tap share, it'll bring up a share sheet.
Share. My movie. Close.
Okay.
Button.
So we have the
AirDrop.
AirDrop.
WhatsApp. Messenger. Button.
All the things that we could share it to, but we're looking for
YouTube. Message. Mail. Other. Kindle. Ground.
keep
Hangout.
going.
Scott. Dill. More. Copy. Export project. Save video. Button.
We could export the project if we wanted to, but we want to hit save video. So we'll tap on that.
Alert. Choose an export size.
Okay, so the export size, you want as good of a video as possible. These new iPhones, oh gosh, started with iPhone 6S. You could record in 4K. That's probably not ideal. You don't need that. So I would recommend if your iPhone can do it, which most iPhones can, 1080p at 60 frames per second. Even 30 is okay if you're not moving around a lot. But 60 frames per second, 1080p is more than good.
Small 360p. Button.
So what does that mean? We have the options. We have the our size selector. How big do we want this video?
Medium 540p. Button.
540 pixels.
HD 720 page 60. Button.
What does that mean? So we're heading into the high quality photo right now, and we're at 720p, which that's a very low high definition video, uh, and it's at 60 frames per second. That's kind of what a webcam would be at on a computer, maybe even 30 frames per second HD. So we want
HD 1080 page 60. Button.
That's correct. So HD 1080p 60 frames per second. We want to tap on that.
Exporting movie.
And so now we wait, and it shouldn't take that long.
Cancel export. Button.
We can cancel the
A
export.
person standing in front of a black alert. The movie was exported to your photo library.
Perfect.
OK. Button.
Okay.
Back. Button.
So that is how you can stitch videos together with iMovie. Just a short little demo on that. But we have our project still, and if you want to keep it in iMovie, you can keep it, but I'm going to delete it.
Video play. 21. Edit. Play. Share. Delete.
Because it is in our photo library, and it'll appear in your recents. So, here, we'll delete this
Alert.
project.
Delete project. Cancel. Cancel. Delete project. Button.
We'll tap on delete.
Back. Toolbar.
There we go.
Selected. Projects. Button.
So now,
iMovie. Double tap to open.
we can close
Use
iMovie.
3D. Closing photo and video folder. App switcher. iMovie. Active. Close iMovie.
There we go.
iMovie. Current action. Close iMovie. Camera. Current action. Close camera.
And you'll want to
Active.
close the camera if you're not you're not using it, because that does take a lot of battery,
Activate.
or
Close
some
camera.
battery at least.
Notes. Current action.
And we'll get out of
Utilities
there.
folder.
So
27 apps. Speech off.
okay, so now what do we do from here? We could go to YouTube, and we can upload the video, but let's show you what the YouTube screen looks like. I'm not gonna obviously I'm not gonna upload the video we just created. It wouldn't even make sense. So let's go to photo and video.
Speech on.
Well, actually, before I show you guys YouTube, do you guys have any questions? Let's stop for questions. For this part of the segment, anyway. Do you guys have any questions about anything I did, or anything at all regarding creating a video, centering yourself in the frame, or anything like that? Okay. Just one thing about centering. If you're wanting to show objects in the video, you do want to. What I do is I put them kind of like where my face is, because that's centering the object, whatever the object may be in the frame. But that was just a friendly suggestion given by an individual who was watching my YouTube videos, and that was a good suggestion. So let's go to YouTube.
First audio. Visual games folder.
Okay, it's going to be in photo and video.
Navigate. Utilities.
Oops.
Enter. Visual game. First audio games folder. 30. Visual. Photo and video folder. Opening photo and video folder.
Okay, it's not the second
Page
page
1
for
of
me.
3. Page 2 of 3. Adjustable. Adjustable.
Ah, come on.
I Crowdvote. YouTube. For new items.
Okay, YouTube. So
Double tap
this is
to
what we'll
open.
click on
Use
here.
YouTube. Cast. Button.
Okay, so YouTube
Play
is
on
open.
TV or speakers.
And what we want to do now is we want to go to
Video.
video.
Button.
And what you would do is you would tap on video.
Video. Close. Button.
Now we're on close, but we have several options.
Record. Button.
We can record, however, you need 1,000 subscribers in order to record live, so we won't worry about that.
Go live. Button.
Well, actually, I apologize. You can actually record a video from
Record.
here.
Go live.
Go live
Button.
is actually the second option.
Start the show. To get started, allow access to photos. Allow access. Allow access.
And we want
Button.
to allow access to the photos.
Privacy for your phone. Privacy. Your photo. Continue. Continue. Button. Alert. YouTube would like to access your photos. Select photos.
Yes.
This lets you upload. Allow access to all photos. Button.
That's fine.
YouTube. Record. Go live. Video. 20 seconds.
Okay.
Created September 27th, 2020 at 4:31 p.m. Button. A person wearing headphones and standing in a room.
So right away, we're presented with our videos from our photo library. So you will need to allow YouTube to access photos, your photos. Excuse me. When you first open this app, I guess there were some privacy changes within YouTube. That's why that screen popped up. But normally you would get the video button and you would choose your video that you just recorded. And so what you would do is I'm going to select another video that I have.
Video. 11 seconds. Created September 27th. Video. Video. 8 minutes 58 seconds. Created August 14th, 2020 at 12:24 p.m. Button.
I'm not
A person
actually going
sitting in
to...
a chair in a room.
Okay.
8:58.
This is probably a legit video that I did. I do a lot of things on my YouTube channel, like food reviews, all kinds of different playlists and stuff like that. But let's just select this for the heck of it.
Alert. Video player.
Okay.
But selected. Filters. Filters. But back. Trim. Next.
Okay.
But next.
So.
Back. Button.
Okay. So I hit next because I really didn't need to hear the video. So let's go down here.
Add details. Heading.
You'll want to add details, such as
Upload. Button.
you don't want to hit upload yet.
Sean Techno. Title. 0/100.
So, okay. The thing before title was the name of my personal channel. 0 of 100 characters, I guess. They've changed that. Okay. This is where you would add the title.
Add description. Button.
That's very...
Public. But
Okay.
add description. Button.
Okay, so add description. You do want to do that. Tell people what your video is about.
Public. Button.
Public basically means is this private? Is this a private video or can anyone see it?
Location. Button.
You do not need to share your location. That is none of...
Add location.
There we go.
BNY agency. Button.
I don't know what
Add
that
to
is.
playlists. Button.
Okay. Add to playlist. If you choose to create a playlist, this is where you would add the video to a playlist. Let's say I was reviewing... Actually, there are a few food reviews that I am going to be doing. Let's say I was reviewing something and I wanted to add it to my food reviews video playlist, rather. This is where I would go to add it, or one of the places I would go to add it, rather.
Add to playlists. Button.
And that's the last thing. So once you've filled in your title, your description, you want to hit upload. That will take some time, so you need to remain patient. Just periodically check on your upload status. Don't close any apps. If your phone locks, that is fine. The video will upload, and but there is something you do need to do after you upload the video. So let me let me back out of here.
Back. Button.
All right, I'm gonna back out
Back.
of here.
Back. Trim. Back. Button. Back. Video. 10-second. Video. Video. 20. Cancel. Button.
And I'm gonna cancel.
Cancel. Button. Cast. Button.
Okay.
Play on TV or speak. H.
Oops, hold on. There we go.
YouTube. For new items.
All right.
Double tap to open.
So
Use 3D. YT Studio. Double tap to open. Use 3D touch to show home screen actions.
okay. Thank you, VoiceOver. Now, YT Studio, what is this? This is where you go after you upload the videos because of COPPA, child protection on the internet. You do need to go in here. You do need to, one thing you will want to do is you'll want to go to your video and you'll want to edit your video. And when you, so let me just go into this application really quick.
YT Studio. Open navigation. Button.
So this is where you go for your account. If you have multiple accounts, I do have multiple accounts in here. One for the Technology Wizard upload the channel, and then my own personal channel. Right now it's on my own personal channel. But let's go down. Actually, you know what? Let's yeah, let's
Dash. Your account. Button.
okay, go to your account.
Sean. Analytic. Watch time. Minutes.
So
850.
this is where you
views.
have to
Late. Views. 14. View more.
okay.
Button.
What I did was I went down to I went to the end. So you want to do a four-finger tap on the bottom. And I want to select a video.
Watch time. App. Videos. Heading.
Oh, there we go. All right, so these are just some of the videos that I've personally done.
Barnett's Mega Sour Candy Test with Impaired. Barnett's Mega Sour Candy Review. 8. 58. 11 views. 3 comments. 2 likes. No dislikes. Public. Button.
Perfect. So if I tap on this, and let's say I wanted to edit this video.
Back. Button.
Okay, well, I want to,
Edit video. Button.
I do want to edit the video because I want to change the category, which I'm not going to do, but I'll give you an example. So I'm going to change, I'm going to tap edit
Back.
video.
Button.
Okay, so back. So we want to go down.
Edit. Save. Selected. Basic info. Tab. 1 of 2.
This is, okay, so in this tab, you'll have the title, the description, and any playlist that you want to add it to. And YT Studio is honestly where I go to add videos to playlists, like different playlists I have created. But one thing that you'll want to be, the tab we need to really focus on is the Advanced tab.
Advanced settings. Selected.
Advanced settings.
Advanced settings. Tab.
Okay, let's
2 of 2.
go down there.
Category. And category.
You do want to choose a category, so it's entertainment.
Entertainment. Button.
So there's all kinds of things. There's science and technology. Well, let's just go see here.
And back. Category. Autos and vehicles. Comedy. Education. Selected. Entertainment. Film and animation. Gaming. How to and style. Music. Button.
How to and style.
News and politics. Not profits and act. People and blogs.
Oops, I'm sorry.
Not profits and activism. But people and blogs. Pets and animals. Button.
So if you wanted to
Double tap to select.
videotape your cats, you could. Pets and animals. So let's I mean we could keep going down, but I think you guys get the different ideas or the idea there's different categories.
Back. Button.
We'll tap on back.
Entertainment. Button.
And we need to go down.
License and rights ownership.
Okay. We need to keep going down.
Standard YouTube license. Button.
That's my license personally. I don't have YouTube Premium.
Comments. Allow comments. On.
You can choose to
Double tap to
allow
toggle.
comments on or off.
Users can view ratings for this video. On.
That's fine.
Distribution options. Allow embedding. On. Delete from YouTube. Delete from YouTube. Distribution options.
There's one very important.
Delete from you. Users can view rate. Allow comments. Standard YouTube. License and rights ownership. Entertainment. Category. Selected. Advanced settings.
Okay, there's.
Allow. Delete from YouTube. Button.
Okay, this is interesting because there was a is this video made for kids, and you needed to select yes or no, and I'm
Delete
not
from
seeing
YouTube.
that at the
Button.
moment. So that's a little bit interesting. But I always select not made for kids, not because there's anything profanic, just because if you select made for kids, then comments they get turned off, and I'd like to have comments turned on. But it was in the advanced tab last time I uploaded a YouTube video, so I don't know.
Allow. Distribution options. Distribution.
Tried to see if that
Users
was a
can view
button.
ratings for this
Okay.
video. On. Comments. Standard YouTube. License and rights ownership. Entertainment. Category. Selected. Add. Basic info.
So
Selected.
let's go over to the
Basic-
basic info.
Edit thumb. Title. Barnett's. This literally is public.
And that's the description.
No, it's not made for kids. Button.
Okay. They changed it on me. Okay. See, like I said, this used to be in the advanced settings, but now it's in the basics. So right under description.
Public.
No,
Button.
right under public or private, you have it'll say not selected. And you want to tap on that when it says not selected, because I'll show you what it'll say underneath that.
Add to playlists.
Oh
No,
no, it doesn't.
it's not made for
Wow,
kids.
That's
Button.
not. It's not very explanatory, or self-explanatory. So basically, right now it's selected on no, it's not made for kids. There's yes, and there's not selected, which I believe it will default to. And again, if you want comments, and just tap no, it's not made for kids. But anyway, that is the important thing that you do want to make sure you go into YT Studio. Again, that's a separate app. If I've not said that, I don't think I have. But that is a separate app, and that's one that you will need. But yeah, creating YouTube videos is a lot of fun. But that's basically how you would upload a video. I mean, like I said, it takes a little bit of time depending on your video, the quality you have your camera set at, the video quality, and it's quite fun. So let me exit YT Studio here.
Back. Button.
And I'll back
Thumbnail
out of here.
preview. Image. Thumbnail preview. Back. Button. Open navigation.
There we go.
Button.
I'm just gonna close this up.
YT Studio. App switcher. YT Studio. Close YT Studio. YouTube. Current action. Close YouTube. Notes.
Close YouTube.
Current
There we
action.
go.
Closing photo and video
Okay.
folder. Speech off.
Okay, there we go. So that's how you upload to YouTube. That was kind of fast as far as going through it, but it's quite simplistic. Does anyone have any questions for me?
HK speaking.
Sure, HK.
How long has YouTube even been in existence?
How long has YouTube been in existence? That's actually a very good question. Wow, I would say I can't guesstimate a number of years, but it's been since since I can remember. Not obviously not when I was really little, but yeah, I don't know that question actually. Guess I should have looked that up. Any other questions about creating videos or anything like that?
I have a related question.
Sure.
This is about Zoom. I would like to join a Zoom room sometime with sighted people. And I don't know if you've done that or not, but uh, once you start the video, I would think that a tripod would be really helpful to position the camera correctly. What do you think about that?
Absolutely, yes. I do I do have a tripod as stated. It's the HandyPod Mobile, and I personally really like it. And I do use the tripod a lot for the videos. If not, I use my Mac and I record using Zoom actually because the virtual background that I have set on Zoom. But again, if I'm recording with my phone, I definitely use the tripod. It prevents shakiness. It looks way more professional than just holding the phone. I've had nothing but positive comments when I switched over to my tripod when I finally broke down and bought one.
Okay, so getting back to this little scenario that I just created, I would think that I could go into photos and go through that whole procedure that you just went through, positioning myself uh, correctly. And let's say I had a tripod. And once I got myself positioned correctly, then I could switch off photos, go back to Zoom, or or go into Zoom, let's say, and turn on the video. And would my positioning still be correct?
Yes, yeah. So I've done that. I've actually uh gone into Zoom and stuff like that, and I've used services like Ira, and they've said, well, your video's tilted and stuff like that, but I don't I would reposition the camera, and I would use photos as or sorry camera and choose the photo viewer or the photo mode, and I do use that, and I have gone into other apps like Dolby On, which is something I was going to mention and slipped my mind, but that is basically a video that, or I'm sorry, a audio slash video recording application that's really good. It takes all of your phone's microphones and uh, basically creates a really good sounding recording or video. And what I've done is there have been times when I have not liked the way my voice sounded when recording with the native camera app. So I've gone to Dolby On, for example, the last time, and I imported my video that I created with uh, the camera and iMovie and stitched it all together. And I imported that whole video into Dolby On, turned the Dolby On effect on, and the video just sounded a lot better. And I just saved that video to my photos, and the sound is amazing. It's great.
That's great. Now, another question that I have is, I noticed when you were doing the video recording that you created two, like you said, you created two videos. Um, I'm used to audio recording, and you in audio recording you can start something and then pause it, and if you start it again, you're still you're still doing the same audio segment. Is there some way to do that with photos, or each time you're just creating another segment? Is there no way to get around that?
No, there isn't. From what I'm under from my understanding, I wish there was a pause an actual pause button. That would be very nice. A way to really get around that is just use Zoom. Because if you don't mind your using your webcam, if you want, if you just basically what I do when I line my webcam up to try to position myself correctly, I'll feel my desk and I'll put my computer close to the desk edge, and I'll just tilt my screen back, and I'm usually in the center of the frame, so it's not very hard with a webcam. And what I would do is just go on Zoom, record with the Zoom recording capability, and for with Zoom, you have the ability to pause your recording should you wish to if you need to gather your thoughts, and that's actually a great way to go and record videos if you do really just want to pause it and you don't want to bother with stitching the movie together. So that's another good alternative.
Can you do that on Zoom with just one person? I mean, could I just open Zoom and do that?
Yep. Yep.
Wow, great.
Yeah, you sure could. In fact, I want to say I've done that before just because I wanted to hook up the best microphone that I had and I wanted, the audio to sound really good. And yeah, it works. The recording feature works very, very well. I actually interviewed a YouTuber, and I was recording on Zoom, and the video looked really nice afterwards, as well as
Very
the
good.
audio sounded good.
Well, thank you.
Oh, no problem. Anybody have any other questions? Oh,
Yes, hi, Lynette. Can you, I know that because you mentioned Zoom, and I think you were saying that it has you video capability. Is that do we know how much is that do you know how much Zoom is? Basically.
yeah, I pay for it every month to host these
That's what I meant, the
presentations.
subscription. Okay. Say
Yeah,
again, I'm sorry.
it's $16, roughly $16 a month.
Okay, wow.
But there
Excellent.
is there is a free version where if you see the catch is, um, let's say you have just two people,
Yes.
then it's free. But the catch is if you have more than two people on a call, then it limits you to, or conference rather, or
Something
whatever.
like,
It
I
limits you
think
to 40 minutes.
40 minutes. Okay, I knew there was like a time limit or something. But the
Yep,
$16 a month allows you to just it's sort of unlimited.
it is. Yeah, well, I mean,
Ah,
unless you want to do 24-hour meetings. Yep,
oh, sure.
that's the limit,
Thank
20,
you.
24 hours.
Okay. Wow. And I am sorry, I was doing something and I missed the very beginning. You were in a video editing app, it seemed.
Yeah,
And
I
was
was
that
in.
part of WebEx or Zoom? Okay.
I'm sorry. Is that part of what? I'm sorry.
I think I came in. You were showing how to edit video, I believe, and or take video. Actually, was that you just using the video capability of your iPhone, if or the camera, or that's what I missed.
Oh, sure, sure. Yeah, that was me uh, taking the video using the camera app, and I
Okay.
had I had went into the photo mode so that way my phone could tell me if the phone was level or if it was tilted, and then what I usually what I like to do is just turn my head to the left or to the right, and if it seems like
Right.
I'm tilting my head way too much to the right, then probably need to move the phone a little bit left, just to kind of even it out, and then the phone will said centered, and I'm like, okay, well, my face is centered. I must look good, and the phone said that it was level. Yeah, yep, that's what you do.
Okay. Cool. Is this the technology wizard?
Yes.
I looked you up on YouTube. I wasn't quite sure the first hit I got was you. Is there, do I have to put something else, or
No, it
should that
should
be
should
you?
say should say Technology Wizard. Last I looked, we had about 8 subscribers or something like that.
Okay, so I'll listen for that. All right. Thank you.
Oh, no problem.
Mhm. I will mute.
Yes, and like I said earlier, the photo or the photo just description has gotten a lot better. If you guys didn't know, with iOS 14, uh, you need an iPhone 10s or later, including you can have the 10R if you want it to, but within VoiceOver there is an image description option now. If you turn that on, it will describe videos, or sorry, it will describe pictures very, very well using complete sentences. And it was right. It said that there was a person in the room, and there was a clock on the wall, and that would be the clock with 12 different cats on the wall. So yes, that was an accurate description. Just wanted to make you guys
That's what I
aware of
came
that.
in with.
Yep,
Cats.
exactly. I have about five different cat clocks on the wall, and one's still in its box.
Nice.
I haven't opened it yet.
It's cool. Oh my
Oh
god.
yes.
I'll have to look one up on Amazon to drive ours nuts.
Yeah, that
Oh,
sounds
thank you.
perfect. Hmm.
Hmm. That'll teach them. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. Does anybody have any other questions? Okay, well, I want to thank you guys for coming to this presentation. I hope you guys learned a lot, and I will.
Sean,
Oh, yes?
I have a question.
Oh, yeah?
Okay. Um, let's see. I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this to make it coherent. Um, well, as you know, a lot of I don't have a whole lot of any much experience with the camera and doing recording videos. By the way, that book you mentioned by Judy Dixon is excellent. I have it. I've read most of it. Um, but anyway, as you know, a lot of sighted people will record uh, videos kind of like on the spot. In other words, oh, I don't know. Well, I'm let's say that someone is out and you're in a car and you want to record some sort of something that somebody is doing that you suddenly see near your car and you're not moving. Uh, how does someone do that? Yeah, and I'm assuming you have to open the camera or open the. How do you know how to do that? Is what I'm asking.
Yeah, so if I wanted to record, for example, like my niece or nephew doing something, I would just tell Siri, or I would go to the photo and video folder in my case in an open camera, and go to it's a slider, and you want to slide it to video. And what I usually do is I'll hold the camera in landscape, or sorry, the phone in landscape, and the volume buttons for me would be resting on my thumb. And you can just record by just pressing the volume button, and that will, you just listen for individuals and aim in that general direction. And if make sure you're about, I don't know, maybe a foot away or something like that, and you should be able to get what they're doing. Just try not to shake the camera a lot. That's what I was doing for a lot of the before I got the HandyPod mobile. I would record that way. I would hold the phone, try to be as steady as possible with the phone, and just record my YouTube videos. That's so yeah, that's definitely doable.
Okay, so you open the camera, select video, and then just hit record and point your camera where you think the person is, right?
Yep.
Or whatever. Okay, great.
Awesome. Any other questions? Okay. Well, again, thank you guys for coming to this presentation. I really appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys soon.